Hey wealthy people, welcome to our journey through the fascinating world of wealth building. Did you know that 80% of millionaires are self-made? That's right, they started from scratch, just like you and me. In this series, we're going to explore the 12 laws of money to get rich. These aren't just theories, they're the real deal, proven strategies that have transformed ordinary lives into extraordinary success stories. We'll start by uncovering the gold hidden in everyday tasks. Then, we'll tackle the big fear of losing money and show you how to overcome it. You'll learn why living simply can be your ticket to wealth and why treating money as a tool, not a goal, can change your life. But that's not all. We'll also dive into how financial independence isn't just for the high earners and how you can make your money work for you instead of the other way around. From the power of small, consistent actions to the importance of learning from losses, we're covering it all. Plus, we'll reveal why true wealth is more than just money. It's about time, happiness, and fulfillment. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets to building wealth? Join me on this exciting adventure, and let's transform your financial future. Chapter 1. Finding Gold in the Ordinary. Hey friends, have you ever noticed how sometimes it's the simple, everyday stuff that can lead to big wins? I've found that wealth often hides in the least expected places. It's like digging for gold in your backyard. You know, 80% of millionaires are self-made, and many started by mastering ordinary tasks. Think about Warren Buffett. He started with a paper route. It's about turning the mundane into something extraordinary. He says, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. That's about focusing on simple, key tasks. So how do we find our gold? First, look for opportunities others might ignore. Did you know that many successful businesses started as hobbies? It's true. They saw value in something small and grew it into something big. Also, don't underestimate hard work. A study shows that consistent effort, even in small tasks, can lead to significant wealth over time. It's about doing the little things well, day in and day out. And let's talk about risks. Doing what others avoid often means stepping out of your comfort zone. But did you know that calculated risks can lead to great rewards? A Harvard Business Review study found that people who take smart risks are more likely to succeed in business. Lastly, remember that persistence is key. Many people give up when success is just around the corner. Stick with it and you might just strike gold. Chapter 2. Living Simply to Achieve Big. All right, let's dive into another crucial lesson. Living simply now to achieve big later. It's like planting a seed and waiting for it to grow into a tree. Did you know that most self-made millionaires live well below their means? That's right. According to Thomas J. Stanley's book, The Millionaire Next Door, the majority of millionaires aren't driving fancy cars or living in huge mansions. They're living modestly and saving their money. Here's a strategy. Budget like you're earning less than you do. It's like giving yourself a financial cushion. This doesn't mean you have to live like a hermit. It's about making smart choices, like buying a reliable car instead of a luxury one. Another tip, avoid debt like it's a bad cold. Debt can be a huge obstacle to building wealth. If you have debts, focus on paying them off. It's like fixing a leak before filling up the pool. Also remember the power of compound interest. Even small savings can grow significantly over time. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And here's something interesting. Happiness doesn't increase with income after a certain point. A study by Princeton University found that emotional well-being levels off at around $75,000 a year. So, more money doesn't always mean more happiness. Lastly, practice gratitude. Appreciating what you have now can help you make smarter financial decisions for the future. It's about being happy with your journey, not just the destination. Chapter 3. Achieving Independence on Any Income. Let's explore how financial independence isn't just for the high earners, but achievable for everyone. It's like making the most out of what you have. Here's a thought. It's not how much you earn, but how much you save and invest. According to a study by Fidelity, people who managed to save at least 15% of their income had a higher chance of retiring comfortably, regardless of their salary. Start by tracking your expenses. It's like keeping a score in a game. Knowing where your money goes is the first step to controlling it. There are plenty of apps to help with this. Next, create a budget that prioritizes saving. It's like planning a road trip. You need to know your route to reach the destination. Consider the 50-30-20 rule, a simple budgeting guideline. Allocate 50% of your income to necessities, 30% to wants, and at least 20% to savings and debt repayment. Investing is key, even if it's small amounts. Thanks to compound interest, even small investments can grow over time. It's like planting a tree from a small seed. Also, don't underestimate the power of a side hustle. It can be anything from freelancing to selling crafts. A survey by Bankrate found that nearly half of Americans have a side hustle. Lastly, keep learning about money management. Knowledge is a tool that can help you grow your wealth, no matter your income. Chapter 4. Money as a tool, not a goal. Now let's talk about viewing money as a tool, not a goal. It's a shift in mindset that can really change your approach to wealth. Many people chase money thinking it will make them happy, but here's a twist. Money is just a means to an end. According to a study in the Journal of Consumer Research, people who view money as a goal are less satisfied than those who see money as a tool to achieve their dreams. Firstly, define your life goals. What do you really want to achieve? Money is like a car. It's where you're going that matters, not just having a shiny car. Invest in experiences, not just things. Research shows that experiences make us happier than material goods. Think about traveling, learning a new skill, or spending time with loved ones. Also, use money to create more time. Outsourcing tasks or investing in time-saving tools can free up time for what you love. It's like buying a piece of your own time back. Remember, money can also create opportunities for giving back. Studies show that helping others can make you happier. It's like planting seeds of happiness that grow back into your own garden. And don't forget to invest in yourself. Education, health, and personal growth are some of the best investments you can make. They pay dividends in ways money alone never will. So think of money as a tool for creating the life you want, not the end goal. It's a powerful shift that can lead to both wealth and happiness. Chapter 5. Letting money work for you. Now let's shift our focus to making our money work for us, instead of the other way around. It's like having a team of little workers making your garden grow, even while you sleep. The key here is investing. By investing, you're putting your money to work. The stock market, for instance, has historically returned about 7% annually after inflation, as per long-term studies. Start with understanding the basics of stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. It's like knowing the rules of a game before playing it. Retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs are great tools. They come with tax advantages that help your money grow faster. It's like having a fast-forward button for your savings. Real estate can be another way to let your money work for you. It's not just about buying and selling property. Rental income can be a steady source of passive income. Consider diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. A diversified portfolio can reduce risk. It's like having different types of crops in your garden. Remember, investing is a long-term game. It's like a marathon, not a sprint. Avoid the temptation to react to short-term market fluctuations. Chapter 6. Overcoming the fear of loss. Moving on to our next big lesson, overcoming the fear of losing money. This is a huge roadblock for many. It's like being afraid to learn swimming because you might get wet. Did you know that the fear of losing money can be stronger than the excitement of gaining it? A study by Psychonomic Bulletin and Review explains this as loss aversion. We're wired to fear loss more than we desire gain. But here's a secret. All successful investors and entrepreneurs have faced this fear. They've just learned to manage it. Warren Buffett advises, risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. So, the first step in overcoming this fear is education. Learn about what you're investing in. Diversification is another key strategy. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread out your investments to reduce risk. It's like having backups for your backups. Also, start small. You don't have to invest a fortune to start. Even small investments can grow over time. It's about taking that first step. Embrace failure as a learning tool. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure teaches us something valuable. Finally, remember that not taking risks is a risk too. Inflation can eat away at your savings if they're not growing. It's about finding the right balance. So let's conquer this fear and take smart steps towards building wealth. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Chapter 7. Smart Money Management. Let's tackle a big myth. Earning a high salary equals automatic wealth. It's not about how much you make, but how you manage what you make. First off, it's essential to understand your cash flow. Think of it like a water system in your house. You need to know where the water flows to avoid leaks. The same goes for your money. Create a spending plan, not just a budget. It's like having a map for a treasure hunt. It guides you to your financial goals. One effective method is the zero-based budget, where every dollar is assigned a job. It's like having a specific role for each member of your team. Save for emergencies. An emergency fund is like a life jacket. It keeps you afloat during tough times. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Invest in low-cost index funds. Legendary investor Warren Buffett recommends them for their simplicity and effectiveness. It's like opting for a reliable car over a flashy one that needs constant repairs. Avoid lifestyle inflation. When you earn more, it's tempting to spend more. But that's like running on a treadmill. You're moving but not getting ahead. Be mindful of small expenses. A few dollars here and there can add up. It's like dripping water. Over time, it can fill a bucket. Lastly, regularly review and adjust your financial plan. It's like checking your GPS on a long trip. Sometimes you need to reroute. Chapter 8. Self-Made Success Stories. Now, let's draw inspiration from self-made millionaires. These are people who started with little and built their wealth through smart decisions and hard work. Most self-made millionaires didn't inherit their wealth. A study by Fidelity Investments found that 88% of millionaires are self-made. That's a lot of people who started from scratch. Education plays a key role, but it's not just formal education. Continuous learning and self-improvement are crucial. It's like sharpening your tools before a big job. Many self-made millionaires are entrepreneurs. Starting a business can be a powerful path to wealth. It's like planting a garden. It needs care, but it can provide for years to come. But entrepreneurship isn't the only way. Climbing the corporate ladder or being a top performer in your field can also lead to wealth. It's about being the best in whatever you do. Networking is key. Relationships can open doors that money or skills alone can't. It's like having a key ring with different keys for different doors. Frugality is a common trait among the self-made wealthy. They maintain a modest lifestyle despite their riches. It's like wearing sturdy, comfortable shoes instead of flashy, impractical ones. Most importantly, they persevere through failures. Each setback is a lesson, not a defeat. It's like falling in a race but getting up to finish it. Remember, the path to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Patience and consistency are your allies. Chapter 9. The Power of Delayed Gratification. Let's dive into a powerful wealth-building strategy. Delayed gratification. It's like waiting for a delicious meal to cook properly instead of eating it half-baked. Delayed gratification is the art of waiting for a bigger reward. It's like choosing to eat an apple now and enjoying a cake later instead of eating the cake right away. One famous study, the marshmallow test, found that kids who could delay gratification ended up more successful in life. This principle applies to money too. Start by setting long-term financial goals. It's like having a destination for a long journey. Knowing where you're headed keeps you on track. Create a savings plan for big purchases rather than using credit. It's like saving up pieces of a puzzle. Eventually, you'll see the whole picture. Learn to distinguish between wants and needs. A need is like water for thirst. A want is like soda. Both quench thirst, but one is better in the long run. Practicing delayed gratification also means investing for the long term. Think of it as planting a tree. You won't see the full growth for years, but it's worth the wait. Also, reward yourself for milestones. It's like giving yourself a small prize for each part of the journey you complete. Remember, delayed gratification doesn't mean denying yourself all pleasures. It's about balance and making smart choices for future benefits. Chapter 10. Mastering the Art of Negotiation. Believe it or not, being a good negotiator can save you more money than you might earn from several years' worth of raises. Negotiation, isn't just for business deals or salary discussions. It's a part of our everyday life. Whether it's negotiating a lower price on a car or a better rate on a mortgage, these skills can save you a fortune. First, understand that almost everything is negotiable. A lot of people don't try because they assume prices are fixed, but you'd be surprised how often there's room for negotiation. Research is your best friend. Before negotiating, know the market value of what you're bargaining for. It's like going into a test well prepared. You'll have the upper hand. Start by aiming high or low, depending on whether you're buying or selling. This gives you negotiation room. It's like playing a game of tug of war. You need to have enough rope to pull. Listen more than you speak. Understanding the other party's needs can give you an advantage. It's like being a detective, where every bit of information can be a clue. Learn to be comfortable with silence. Often in negotiations, the first one to speak loses. Silence can pressure the other side to fill the gap, potentially revealing more than they intended to. Negotiation is also about compromise. Finding a win-win situation where both parties are happy can lead to better deals and future relationships. Remember, it's not just about getting the lowest price, it's about getting the best value. Sometimes the cheapest option isn't the best. Don't be afraid to walk away. If a deal doesn't meet your needs, be prepared to leave the table. It shows you're serious and not desperate. Lastly, practice makes perfect. Start with small negotiations and work your way up. Every experience is a lesson. Chapter 11. Consistency in small steps. It's like building a house brick by brick. Each small brick is crucial. Consistency is key in wealth building. It's like watering a plant. You can't water it once and expect it to grow. It needs regular care. Start with regular saving. Even a small amount saved consistently can grow over time. It's like collecting coins in a jar. Eventually, it fills up. Automate your savings. It's like having a good habit on autopilot. Each paycheck, a portion goes straight into savings. Invest small amounts regularly. This strategy, known as dollar cost averaging, reduces the impact of market volatility. It's like spreading seed evenly in a garden. Review your expenses monthly. Cut down on small, unnecessary expenditures. It's surprising how little things add up. It's like plugging small leaks in a boat. Increase your income streams. Don't rely on just your salary. Side hustles or part-time jobs can add up significantly over time. Stay informed about your investments. Regular check-ins can help you adjust as needed. It's like steering a ship. Small adjustments keep it on course. Patience is also crucial. Wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint. Quick riches are rare and often risky. Remember, small, consistent steps lead to significant results. It's like climbing a mountain. Each step gets you closer to the top. Chapter 12. Wealth beyond money. Finally, let's understand that true wealth isn't just about money. It includes time, happiness, and fulfillment. Wealth is having time to enjoy your life. It's not just about working hard for money. Time is a valuable asset. It's like having a treasure that you can't replenish. Happiness is another aspect of wealth. Studies show that after meeting basic needs, more money doesn't significantly increase happiness. Find what brings you joy and fulfillment. It might be spending time with family, pursuing a hobby, or volunteering. Wealth is having the freedom to do these things. Balance is key. Don't sacrifice all your time and happiness for the sake of earning more. It's like balancing a diet. All work and no play isn't healthy. Remember to take care of your health. Good health is a critical component of true wealth. It's like having a strong foundation for your house. Invest in relationships. Strong connections with family and friends are priceless. They're like roots that keep you grounded. Personal growth and learning are also part of wealth. Keep expanding your knowledge and skills. Lastly, give back. Sharing your wealth, whether it's money, time, or skills, can bring immense satisfaction. It's like planting seeds that grow into a forest.